Hi guys, it's Sheryl and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is sort of a get ready with me where I try on new makeup from VT Cosmetics to create this look. So if you want to know how I created this look, do watch on. So first up after skincare, I prep my skin for makeup with this face fixer from VT, and this is just a little sticky. It helps the makeup to adhere better to your skin and also refreshes it at the same time. For foundation, I'm using the Double Lasting Serum Foundation from Etude House. I like to dot it along my face. I find that this helps it to apply in chin layers. For concealer, I'm using the Ever Holy Grail Cover Perfection Tip Concealer from the SAM. I also put it on the back of my hands and go in with a concealer brush to cover up any spots or redness. Because of the face fixer I used earlier on, my foundation set a bit more matte than usual, so I could have skipped powder, but I was going out for a long day and so I went in with the Peach Cotton Mounted Finish powder from Skinfood. I just used a dense brush to do this because I find that the puff applies too much powder. Next, just filling in my brows following my natural shape with the Innisfree Auto Eyebrow Pencil. I also try to tame my brows a little by combing through with the Color My Brows from Etude House. Now I'm just cleaning up the edges with concealer. Going back in to fill any spots that I may have missed. Next, moving on to eyes, I'm trying out the Super Tempting Eye Palette in Tender Classy from VT. Comes with 4 matte shades and 2 shimmery shades. On first swatch, the colours weren't very pigmented and was a little powdery as well, but colours so far are super pretty and in very neutral everyday colours. To do my eyes, I'll also be using the Get Ready brush kit that came with this super pretty glittery pouch. First, taking the eye multi brush, I'm just going to use this brownish orange shade called Royal Brown and sweep it all over my lids as a base. The brush was actually quite stiff to work with, so I had to go in with a fluffy brush to blend the edges of the base. Next, I tried the eye blender brush, which is the smaller of the eye brushes, and took the shimmery brown shade, which is called Peanut Quartz, and placed it in the middle of my lids. I tried to blend out with the brush, but it was too stiff to work with again. And so I went in with my fluffy brush instead. Also, I wasn't too happy about the shimmer. I actually couldn't really see it. So I tried the Super Tempting Glitter Eyeliner in Luster, which is a silver color, and dabbed a little in the middle of my lids. Why I did this is because after I swatched this product previously, I knew that I wasn't going to use it for the Eggscell area like it's meant to be because it's way too bright and shiny for me. So I'm gonna attempt to use it as a glitter eyeshadow instead. Now I can see some shimmer, but something about the silver on the brown eyeshadow was a little weird to me, so I decided to go in with Royal Brown again and place it over my lids. Next, to intensify the outer corners of my eye, I'm taking Honey Ginger and just blending it there. We might as well try the IH brush as well, and so with the darker shade, Fallen Brown, I'm I'm attempting to draw an eyeliner, and I usually do that starting with the middle of my lids, because from monolids, when I open my eyes it can't be seen anyway. I also swiped a little on the bottom lid. Again, because the shimmer is gone, I'm going back into peanut quartz with my fingers, and this time I can really see some shimmer getting applied onto my lids. For eyeliner, I'm using the cute brown waterproof brush liner from Clear to match my brown eyeshadow. Again, only lining from the middle of my lids and ending with a wing to lift my slanted Asian eyes. Next is the most important part of my makeup routine, mascara. But first, gotta curl those lashes. I'm putting a lot of effort into carefully curling my lashes because there's a huge difference when I curl or when I don't curl. For mascara, we're going to try the Triple Power Mascara from VT. I'm trying my best to coat my lashes evenly and get rid of the clumps. I also don't usually apply mascara on my lower lashes, but for the sake of testing this mascara, I will. First impression is that this mascara holds quite well, but a note from me editing this is that after I wore it for the entire day, it left me looking like a panda, also meaning that it smudges quite badly. Using the highlighter shade in Hampton's Week and the palette from Tarte, I just highlight the tear dark area to make my eyes look a little more awake. Now I'm just cleaning up any fallout. For highlighter, I'm also going to go with a brownish shade from the Ocean Jewels highlighter palette from Becca. Ooh, that's some really strong highlighter. I'm just placing the remainder on my outer cheekbone and then blending it out. Then some on my brow bone, nose bridge, and cupid's bow. Don't ask me why, but I thought using the glitter eyeliner as a highlighter could work out, and so I tried that out. As you can see, it didn't go very well. Even after blending it out, it looks so patchy. And so I had to leave to get it cleaned up. Okay, moving on to blush. I'm using this mini one from Tracy and just sweeping it over my cheeks. Because it was too light, I went in with a smaller brush to just touch up a little on the apples of my cheek. For contour, I'm using the Art Class Routine from Too Cool from school and also using the blush brush that came in the Get Ready kit. Look at my face. I was so shocked that the contour came off like that in a straight line. But never mind, blending can save the day, so blend, blend, blend. For lips, I have 3 colors to choose from the VT Super Tempting Lip Roach collection. And they are number 5, Break Up, number 6, Pikio, and number 7, Awesome Me. Using Awesome Me, I'm going to apply it how I usually do, starting from the inner lip, and then using a cotton tip to blend it out. Applying more on the inner lip, and ooh, can I just say that it feels very velvety and soft, and I love it. I decided to top it off with a clear lip gloss for some extra shine. And last, finishing off with the face fixer again to set my makeup. And that concludes this makeup look. It's really nothing professional, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my rambling. Do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of such videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!